So we just completed our second summer fair market, which has been a total of 3 markets that we have participated in on the Faire platform. And as always, I like to share the results and share with you my thoughts and kind of the analytics of what our experience was like during the market. And this took place between July 22nd and July 25th. So the 22nd was only open to insiders on the Faire platform. So retailers have the option of becoming an insider on Faire, which is essentially, I think they pay a monthly fee and they get certain perks like free shipping and stuff like that. And when you're ordering from a candle company like us, that is huge because you can really save a lot of money by not paying for the shipping when ordering heavy products like this. And then it was the regular 23rd, 24th, and 25th for any retailer, not just insiders. So a total of 4 days of the market. So looking at our analytics, if we're looking at total orders and our total unique visits. So unique visits are the number of retailers who visit your shop page. So this doesn't include product page visits. So a total of 70. 60 of those were retailers who've never ordered from us before. And then over here, we got a total of 10 orders, and 4 of those were new retailers. So really cool. We love new retailers. And we also know that our current retailers also take advantage when we are doing a promotion, such as the Faire market. So if you go down here, this is what we offered for our promotion. Last market back in the winter, I decided to do the tiered promotion, which was basically giving a certain percentage off based on the order volume. But I didn't really see that much of an increase in orders from that. So I just decided to do just the regular 10% off of our minimum, which is $100. And I did not do free shipping because, again, heavy products. And then with Faire's match, they matched 5% of that. So the retailer got an additional 15% off of their total amount, which is already technically 50% off. So for retail and wholesale, pricing works basically to where you take 50% off of your retail price and you wholesale it to retailers for them to resell at that retail price. So they're getting that 50% margin on the products that they are selling. And that's just kind of the B2B structure with it. So when you're offering additional percentage off, a lot of people like to take advantage of that, but you also want to make sure that you have that margin available to be able to give that percentage off, because it can be really, it can be a lot. It can feel like a lot because Faire already will take 15% off of any order that you receive from any retailer that they bring your way. So offering an additional 10% off is offering essentially 75% off total. And you may be thinking, how is that even worth it? But our goal with this is to make sure that we are, first of all, rewarding the retailers for reordering from us and also trying to get new retailers. And it got us a lot of orders in. So we got a total of 10 orders within those 4 days. And if we look at the most viewed products and the most ordered products, this is actually really interesting. So most viewed products, these top 2 right here are best sellers. This one right here, the cedar and eucalyptus, absolutely a bestseller. This one's interesting, the Sunday brunch one. That one typically is not as popular, but it has been gaining a little bit more traction lately. And then the linen and sea salt, this one is also one of the best sellers. But the most ordered, as you can see, people are gearing up for the fall season. So during the summer market, what we realized last year and also this year is that retailers are utilizing July and August to stock up on their fall inventory, because a lot of retailers, I believe, will start to put out inventory late August, beginning of September. That's when people really jump on the whole fall season. So interesting that cranberry harvest, vanilla apple, and then sugar cookies were all ordered most often because, again, those are the fall products. And I don't know why in that analytic overview they didn't give me my actual revenue number, but what I decided to do was go to analytics and do a custom date range from the 22nd to the 25th so that we can see. So total volume in those 4 days was $6,199. Conversion rate 9.9, great. You can see it was those 10 orders. 101 retailer page visits, which is interesting because that was slightly different from the one that we saw earlier, but this may be different because it may have been the same retailer coming back to view multiple times, because the other one was unique visits, and I think that's just like if one retailer visits 5 times, it only counts it as one, I believe. So that is the amount that we did. Super awesome. And what I thought would be interesting is to take a look and just do a little comparison between the markets, because I feel like this was our highest grossing market that we've done. And I think it's because one of our retailers purchased a 200 candle order that was about $2,700. So that obviously was about a third of this total, and really actually almost half, more than a third, I want to say. So that was a huge order that we got in, and the biggest order that we've gotten from a single retailer. But what I want to do is just go through the markets and see what we did. So this was the first one that we did. So if I click on the one from last year, so this is obviously 10 of the retailers back then, because we had just gotten on the platform. So everybody that ordered from us was a new retailer. We had 94 unique visits, 93 who had never ordered from us. That's interesting. I feel like it'd be 94 because we hadn't gotten anybody, unless somebody purchased double, but I don't think so. We just did the regular 10% off, so the same that we did at this market, and then most viewed products versus most products ordered. So I do remember in the beginning when we first got on the platform that our smaller gold 1.5 ounce candles were really popular. I remember making a lot of those and helping Chris with labeling and trimming and all that. We had a lot of golds that were ordered. Now it's a lot more of the larger matte black candles. And I'm curious if that's because a lot of the retailers that purchased from us in the beginning, they were just kind of trying out the products, and then now they purchase larger sizes. I'm not sure, but we have had quite a few retailers reorder from us, and I'm a little sad that Faire took away the percentage of reorder rate, because I want to know what that is. That used to be a Top Shop requirement. I understand why they took that away, but I just don't know where to find that in the analytics anymore. So now I want to see what our total gross volume was at our first market and compare it to this one. So this is really interesting. So last summer's market, we did a gross volume of $2,529. So we more than doubled the revenue this time. And what's so interesting is that when you first get into wholesale, it's really kind of overwhelming. You don't have your groove down. You don't have the way that you do things. So at that point, I mean, it felt like a lot. It was a lot of work to get done. We had brought tables out into the living room. I was helping Chris with labeling and all that kind of stuff. And I swear, now that we have our groove down, specifically with Chris with orders, he has his way of doing everything, because again, we're a year into this. He's way more efficient at it, and this room is way smaller, and he's figuring out how to get it done. So on this table over here, there's I think 80 candles, or close to 80 candles, that he poured last night for the 200 candle order. And he just has his rhythm of getting it done. And I find that so interesting, how last summer felt like tons of orders. It was so chaotic. And this summer, we actually did the same amount of orders and more volume of products, but it didn't feel as chaotic. It's really interesting. And then the last comparison I want to share is this winter market. So we've done 2 summer markets and 1 winter market. So winter market was the 22nd to the 25th of this year, and the analytics showed 61 unique visits. We got 10 orders. Isn't that interesting? All of the markets that we did, we have 10 orders, but they varied very greatly. And 7 of those were new retailers, which was really exciting and really interesting. And the most viewed products, you can see, it's so interesting to see, depending on the time of year, what products were viewed most. So this is January, so all the retailers are thinking about spring. So linen and sea salt, lavender and rosemary, gardenia. These are more spring, summery scents, florals, clean fragrances that retailers are looking to bring in for the spring season. And during this promotion, this is when I tried the tiered pricing. So I did 5%, 7%, 10%, which got the retail retailer 10, 12, and 15. But as you can see, it didn't really affect the orders in any way, whether that's doing just the straight 10% or doing the tiered promotion. I just wanted to try it out to see how it would do. So the total amount for this past winter market was $2,789. So it was a little bit more than the summer market. And then of course we can see that this summer market we just did was way more. So I find that so interesting, and I'm really excited, and so excited for all of these new connections, the new retailers, the reorders. Again, I really want to see how I can figure out that reorder rate. But these are the analytics. I thought that you might find it interesting. Again, just sharing our personal experience on the Faire platform. I have so many ideas for getting new retailers on the platform, and lately we have been getting a lot more 0% commission. And what I think I want to do is talk a little bit more about the commission structure and how it works, and kind of dive deeper into numbers, because I know that's something that a lot of people don't like, and I get that. You know, I had somebody comment recently on a Faire video, I think it was my last video, saying, you know, 15%, no thank you. I totally get that. I totally get that, and nobody has to join the platform. If it doesn't work for you in your business, it doesn't work for you. The way that I set up our pricing in our business was to be able to do wholesale, because I knew that that was something that I wanted to do long term, and that's now become way more of our business. That is a huge part of our business right now. So I knew that that was something that I had to set up the pricing for. So everybody is going to be different, and you don't have to join Faire if the 15% is going to hurt you, which is basically 65% off of your retail price. If you're thinking, I'm not going to make any money, then don't join the platform. But if you are still going to make money, you can really do a lot on the platform, and we have done really, really well. And I'm so excited for what more is to come. And I'm interested to see how the next winter market is going to compare to all of the other ones. But with that, I am going to end today's video right here. If you liked today's video, make sure to leave it a big thumbs up, as well as subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to follow me over on Instagram at MemoryBoxCandleCo. And I will see you in my next video.